A bunch of you are looking for some action, and PlayStation fans love Ratchet and Clank. 5 years ago, the franchise was remade, as we got a movie and a reboot of the original game, and I will be taking a look at the former today. Did the duo perform wonderfully on the big screen as much as they have on the video games? I'd like to share my experience with you, and suiting up is necessary, for there will be spoilers across the galaxy we're patrolling. Have your scanners ready, since we have quite the place to explore. Hey, I'm Owen, the Fiction Fanboy, and here's my review on the Ratchet and Clank movie. Our adventure begins with Chairman Drek using a super weapon known as the Deplanetizer aimed towards Tenemule, and with the invasion, he blows up the planet. Ratchet was exercising, and during his workout, the news about planets, including Tenemule, being destroyed was brought up. Something had to be done, so it was informed that the Galactic Rangers were seeking a new member, and they were coming to Ratchet's planet, Veldin. Working at a garage, his attempt at helping an old man's ship wasn't very successful. Grim, the garage boss, claims Ratchet to be careless, though Ratchet prefers the term carefree. He asked to have an hour off so he can see if he'll join the Rangers, and he took Grim's groan as a yes. After a performance from the team, Captain Quark said that as long as you have heart, you have what it takes. Unfortunately for the Lombax, he was ejected for his weak heart, a history of crimes, and being a loose cannon, which apparently only Quark can have. Meanwhile, Drek and Victor Von Ion visit vengeful scientist Dr. Nefarious, who's creating warbots made for annihilating the Galactic Rangers. Yet a lightning strike causes a brief blackout, leading to the accidental creation of a defect named Clank. Unlike the warbots, he was programmed to aid the Rangers. Victor was tasked with killing the defect, but Clank managed to enter an escape pod, and although he meant to reach Kerwan, home of the Rangers, Victor damaged the pod, leading to a crash landing on Veldin. If he hadn't looked at the sky, Ratchet wouldn't have seen the pod coming down hard. So the Lombax grabbed the robot before the pod self-destructed, repaired him at the garage, and Clank told the Lombax of his mission. Ratchet kind of fibbed about being friends with the Rangers. Wouldn't matter in the end, because he was honest about going to Kerwan, so the warning can be made. Alas, they arrived too late, as the Rangers were facing the warbots. Nevertheless, Ratchet's ship had a mag booster, attracting the warbots and being able to throw them at the warship, and with the civilians asking Quark if the Saviors can join the Rangers, he allowed it, with quite the shock as learning who saved them. Upon learning of their defeat, Drek and Nefarious get the idea of convincing Quark to join the dark side. Dismissing that at the moment, Ratchet tested out weapons with his new suit, whereas Clank is on mission support with Alaris. In addition, we see who had the job before her, Nefarious. Sadly, they get ignored when they have important information to discuss. That part was especially true the moment before infiltrating Drek's factory on Quartu. While everyone else was facing Zircons and learning of Drek's plan on creating a planet consisting of the best portions of other planets, Quark is convinced in getting his glory back by doing Drek's bidding. Zed was tortured into spilling the beans and said Nivalis was Drek's next target. Upon reaching the Deplanetizer, Quark disables the weapon systems of his teammates' ships, and states he'll try reasoning with the foe, believing his allies wouldn't get hurt. Victor came to finish off Clank, but thanks to water, the other way around happened. Ratchet felt the need to assist his commander, so he got onto the Deplanetizer right after his ship was demolished. Sadly, Drek caught Ratchet and was sent home to see his failure, yet he noticed Quark had been in cahoots with the Blarg. Nivalis was no Morris. Quark accepted his villain membership, Ratchet was bummed, a funeral for Victor happened, and the good Rangers have reformed. As if Drek turning his back on his word with Quark wasn't sinister enough, Nefarious used the Sheepinator on the Goofy Chairman and made him go to the newly formed planet, revealing himself as the real mastermind. Realizing Nefarious is planning on taking out Umbris, along with the entire system, Alaris came up with a plan. Have Ratchet and Clank hologize themselves as their former leader, while everyone else uses mag boosters to move the deplanetizer. Almost everything worked out, though the twosome had to face Quark and make him understand his wrongdoings, and they needed to defeat Nefarious, anticlimactically, and escape. Quark is facing consequences. Ratchet resumes working at Grimm's garage, vows to return when the Rangers and Clank need him, and Nefarious gets robotic, along with a plumber appearing at the very end of the credits. For me, I mostly enjoyed this film. Laughs were definitely present, like the location gags as an example. There are some neat nods to other PlayStation games. The animation is almost on the same level as DreamWorks at the time it was made, and the voice acting is pretty solid. In terms of problems, the storytelling could have been better, even if it was meant to tie in with the PS4 game. I found a few unfunny jokes, and while underperforming with critics and at the box office, thus making this the only project in the PlayStation Originals movie library, wasn't good, the main issue is that Ratchet and Clank don't necessarily bond with each other when they're supposed to be the main characters. The Ratchet and Clank film is a video game movie that's recommendable enough for the kids, thus I'll give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's a shame for this to be the reason the Sly Cooper motion picture had been cancelled. Then again, the games are still going, so we can't be too glum. There is plenty of power for the players. Want the fiction to spread? Then please like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications. Don't forget to also comment below and follow me on Instagram for teasers and thumbnail previews of future YouTube videos. Thanks for watching, look forward to seeing you again, and have a good night-o!